Hey guys, this is Korth here, and welcome to our newest video for you guys today. For today's video, allow me to welcome you to the newest episode of our series, Species Within the Furry Fandom, otherwise known as the Furry Safari. Anyways, for today's episode, and after a lot of requests to touch on this topic, we would like to introduce to you guys the Primagens and the Protogens. The Primagen is the main antagonist and the final boss of Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. After the events of the first game, Turok Dinosaur Hunter, Talset threw the Chronoceptor into a volcano in an attempt to destroy it, keeping it out of Evil's reach.
Hey, no, Seeker, stop! That's the wrong Primagen.
Oh, really? Huh. Where's the actual script then? Thank you. Now, we can start, and I hope we don't make any more mistakes with these from now on. Primagens have a fun origin. Since they first started as an art project by its creator, Melise Risu, or Cool Koinu, who created two designs and commissioned fursuit heads with robotic parts that lit up, giving the two characters LED screens for a face. The artist who built these for her is Kyborg Studios. These two fursuits are known as Assi and Abraxas, and were meant to be fursuits just for her and her special someone. Assi is the blue lit one, with white fur on the back and black fur on the belly, while Abraxas is a yellowish-orange lit one, with the inverted colors on the body, black on the back, and white on the belly. People would often refer to these two as android and robotic Sergals, at first due to the triangular shape of their face. Not so long after, Koinu made public that they were in fact a whole new creature and not related to Sergals in any way. Primagens were a close species from the very beginning, because like I said, it all was meant to be a thing between her and her boyfriend at the time. Remember what close species meant? As a quick recap, there are categories of species that were created inside our fandom. Open means anyone can create one, and closed means you must get permission to own one first. In the case of Primagens, the only way to get one is by buying a design from Koinu herself. She would often hold auctions on her fur affinity where people in the comments sections would reply to each other bidding for the highest price in order to win access to the design, since Koinu isn't the kind to make multiple designs all at once, which made the Primagen craze even bigger of a deal because people would literally outbid each other over tens and hundreds of dollars just to get their hands on a Primagen, and hopefully also commission Kyborg Studios to get their own Primagen head. The highest bid ever recorded so far was upwards to $1,200 US. And this was just the reference sheet. Getting the fursuit also has its costs. There is a problem here though. The problem that showed up because there were so many people pushing Koinu into either creating new designs so they could bid on them, making the species a closed one but with a paid permission to design their own system, or opening the species as a whole. All of this led to her having to create Protogens. And due to the amount of pressure still being put on her shoulders, she had to close her fur affinity page because there were people who were admitting to not paying their rent just to be able to afford getting one Primagen. And if I have to be honest, just hearing this makes me feel wrong myself. If I was in her place, I would have done the same thing, not gonna lie. People were putting the blame on her when it wasn't, and it led to unnecessary furry drama. I feel like this is why we haven't gotten much progress done in terms of the Protogens and Primagens lore. And putting myself in her place, I can totally see why. The popularity of her species grew so much exponentially that she could not keep up with the amount of pressure, messages, and drama surrounding her creation to where now, after checking her social media, I can see her approach has changed a lot. She went from being fully public about everything in regards to her art to having everything curated and limited so that to avoid getting herself in that same awful situation again. In short, this was a whole learning experience for both the artist and ourselves, the viewer. No one is really ready for sudden fame, and in my opinion, all of the things that this artist had to go through just because there were a few crazy obsessed entitled people who felt like they must own a design wasn't really a thing she was prepared for, but she dealt with it in the best way that she could, and I praise her for that. You should as well, and that's why I will be leaving all of her social media links in the description down below so you can go and follow her and show her a lot of support because she dealt with the internet drama like as if it was nothing and is succeeding amazingly nowadays. Anyway, that was everything for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and remember, if you really like our content and want to further help out our channel, don't forget to check out our...
Wait, Caesar!
Yeah? What's wrong? Come on, don't tell me I read the script wrong again.
No, it's not that. It's just that you said their names and all, but you never explained what the is a protogen and a primagen.
Oh, you're right. Let's get into that then, shall we? Just let me grab my folder. All right. What is a primagen and what is a protogen? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's figure this out. Based on the description that we found online, they are alien creatures from an unknown planet. Primagens are the superior species, having a lot more parts of their bodies being made from this also widely unknown technology. Like I said earlier in the video, they do have some resemblance to Sergals due to their triangular shape on the face, but that's as far as their comparisons go. Anything else is totally different from one another. The purpose of primagens is to explore unknown lands, worlds, planets, and collect all of the information they can get from there to then return to their homeland and report to their creators about their findings. They are basically outer space Boy Scouts. In terms of body shape, primagens are very big in size. Their body structure resembles one of a dinosaur, mostly a raptor, and have long fur covering their real parts. They have almost triangular shapes for their face screen thing and 2 pairs of metal ears on each side. They also present 3 smaller screens on their head, 1 on each cheek and 1 on their forehead. If I'm not wrong, these are meant to show the primagen's emotions. Their torso is almost feral-like with a slight tilt forward and have claws for fingers. They also have a small screen right in the middle of their chest. They have very strong dinosaur-shaped robotic limbs for legs and long, thick tails. They are described to be 70% artificially created and unable to reproduce due to that. Because they have so much inside of them that is artificial, primagens don't need food to survive. They can simply recharge themselves by getting close to an electrical source and basically steal the energy from it through absorption. Their smaller companion, the protogen, are what I would call their baby version. They tend to be way shorter and rounder in shape. Their visor face is small and circular. It has a mouth that can open and close because unlike the primagens, protogens are only 40% artificial, which means they'd still depend on food to survive. They tend to present 1 pair of digital ears and another pair of real ears. Protogens' ears come in various shapes, but most of the time tend to be circular, stubby, and fluffy. Their torso is robotic and their arms and legs can be modular, which means these are interchangeable, maybe even could be upgraded or traded for another protogen's part. I would like to see a drawing of 2 protogens exchanging parts with each other. It'd be a funny thing to see. Protogens have an entire guide on how to design them, what you can and can't add to yours, along with the details that you must pay attention to when making one. Feel free to check for the links in the description down below for more information regarding this. The explanation about them is that they were created with close to the same purpose of primagens, exploring the universe, to be exact. But my assumption here would be that while primagens are meant to be scouts that travel the different universes gathering very important information about the planets, biomes, and other stuff they find, I think that protogens are nothing else than a pet robot. Their purpose is to be entertaining and a mere test subject of possible upgrades that could be integrated into their most powerful counterpart. I mean, just look at their size difference and shapes. Primagens are big dinosaurs, while protogens are cute, adorable round puppies that couldn't harm a fly even if they tried. What is this writing? Should I be like, oh, cute little round puppies? Oh, come on. I think it's cute. Why do I think this way? Well, based on the information that we were presented on the different social media sites, primagens are meant to be taken more seriously than protogens. I would look at it from an alpha and beta production line, where the protogens are the smaller versions for alpha and beta testing on which scientists test things in a smaller scale, which, if successful, it turns into a bigger deal but applied onto the final product, the primagen. This doesn't mean that there aren't any protogens in the market, but rather on the contrary, because of how many tests, discoveries, and new ideas that are brought onto the production line. The protogens are constantly tampered with and sent out into outer space with the purpose of testing their new technology. While on the other hand, primagens are only sent out when they are very sure the version they've built is stable enough to do their job perfectly. This gives a lot of sense to the fact that protogens are the only ones that possess modular limbs. That is, that the scientists behind them can easily take apart those pieces and put in new ones to test them out, with the purpose of building the perfect being one day. Have you thought of getting your character turned into a protogen or primagen one day? I personally adore the design. Many artists have popped up in the market nowadays who attempt to create visors and fursuit heads with LED lights and animatronic pieces for both of these creatures. I think that Primagens are very cool because of how technologically advanced they look. Though if it were up to me, the curvy design on the face of the Protogen gives it a puppy face to where I just can't put them aside. Remember that if you'd like to make your own, first make sure to check Koinu's website for all the information regarding the creation of these creatures. I will be leaving all of the useful links in the description down below, and if you already have one or are in the process of making one, feel free to share your designs in my Discord channel. We have a small art chat and I would love to see your guys' designs being posted there. Everyone's designs are happily welcome, as long as they're safe for work. So anyways guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video for you guys today. Special thanks again to KhramChee for all the help with today's video. Make sure to check out all of their social media, they'll be linked down in the description down below. How do you guys feel about Primagens and Protogens? Do you guys have any personas that are based off of these two? Do you guys not? Do you guys love them? Do you guys hate them? Let us know down in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoy our content and want to further help out our channel, make sure to donate to our Patreon as well as our Ko-fi. Remember to smash the like button, turn that notification bell, and subscribe all together. I have been See-Through Korth and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye everyone.